my own little recipe for cooking the perfect ham. Put your thawed ham. Now remember, when you thaw your ham, you thaw it in the refrigerator, not the kitchen sink. Helps prevent growth of bacteria, and actually saves a little energy and a little money on your power bill by helping keep your fridge cool. I usually put it in the fridge the morning before I'm going to cook it, or morning of the day before I'm going to cook the ham. Now I put your thawed ham in your baking dish, and if you want to have it perfect and moist, I add a little bit of some distilled water. Most of it's going to evaporate away in the oven. Then, along with the distilled water, I mix in some sugar, but not just any sugar. Let's see, where is the actual package? Here we go. Florida crystals. It is organic sugar, pure Florida cane sugar. It's actually not that expensive. Most of you are probably thinking of little turbinado packets. That stuff gets really expensive. This was $3 for 3 pounds, about $1 a pound for pure cane, organic cane sugar. And you can taste the difference, even in your beverages, your tea, your coffees. So sprinkle that all over the ham and in the water and the juices that are around the ham. And then add some honey. This is some nice clover honey. I got this for about $3.50 a bottle from Aldi's grocery. Not very much of the honey, unless you really like things sweet. And then cover it up with your aluminum foil. Now you should have your oven at about 325 degrees. My oven's already preheated. And you know what? I forgot to remove one of my oven racks because it will not fit. And there's a 325 degree piece of metal. Let's put that in my sink. Put the ham in. Close. Now, for ham, you're going to want to do timer for about 15 to 18 minutes for every pound of the ham. So our ham is 7.86 pounds. So I'm going to do 2 hours. And then once the timer goes off and the oven and we shut the oven off, I'm going to leave it in there for about another 15-20 minutes more with the oven off. Kind of like a cool down cycle in the oven, but that's usually just enough to finish it off. So we'll come back after the timer comes off, and we're going to take her, and it's been sitting, and we're going to take her out. Oh, I can't wait. I love the holiday seasons. Well, our ham is done. Let's get it out of the oven. Alright, let's see what it looks like. I don't know, but this thing's been smelling up the house. It is making me hungry. Nice and juicy. Take a nice sugary broth. Perfect. Now don't drain any of the broth. As obviously, well, unless it's a major holiday. Thanksgiving's in a couple weeks, but that's turkey. I'll show you guys how I cook my turkeys. But unless it's a major holiday where everybody's just going to sit down and eat the whole thing right up. You're generally not going to eat the whole thing in a single sitting. So you want to keep all this tasty juice, and whenever you go and cut some slices off, or even if it's just sitting in the fridge for a day before you get to it anymore, grab some of that juice and just pour it over, and helps keep the ham from drying out. Now, the reason why we added the sugar was because as it cools down, the sugar kind of, I shouldn't say caramelizes, but not that solidifies, I guess would be a rough term, and that would also help lock the moisture and the juices into the ham. Oof, barely any effort to cut this bugger open. Look at that. Nice and juicy. Alright, so now since it's 10 p.m. 10 p.m.? No way. No, it's 9 p.m. That clock. I never set that for daylight savings time. Huh. But, if you cut a slice off and are going to put it in the fridge where it's going to sit afterward, make sure you juice it. And there you go. Perfect, tasty ham. And last but not least, I thought I'd demonstrate as to why again that you use the sugar and honey. This is what happens to the water. Now I know it's not just sugar and honey, it's also the fat that was from the ham. However, it doesn't get quite the right consistency without the sugar. So I just cut off a large portion. We're going to have some ham sandwiches for breakfast. So now we got this big portion of the spiral ham that is open. So I guess you just kind of slather it on like you're doing some concrete work. And remember, this keeps in all of the yummy juices. There we go. Bon appetit.